Man, when your chops is right, your chops is right. And those have not even been converted into partials yet. This is just these have not even been dug into deep yet, man. So I mean, this shit is like, man, we could go a long way with these samples by themselves. Let's see what we got here. So what's up, man? Just doing a little live. Just kind of doing a little live. Now, right now, I'm actually playing with the 8000. I'm not playing with the one that's in the picture, right? Not yet. But the DAW is for that. I just released a live. That had no, actually, I just released a little small post talking about the Verse Lab, and to me, some of its bigger failures. Okay, so simply put, what saves the Verse Lab is that it sounds so fucking good, right? It sounds so effing good, man. This thing sounds phenomenal as far as just sounds that you can get out of this thing. I mean, like, this is like the sounds that you get out of the Verse Lab is just it's just retarded, man. It's not even close when it comes to something that sounds, the patches themselves sound good, as well as the sonic output of the hardware unit itself. Still sounds phenomenal, even with the sounds. The drum kits, and this is out the box. Now we're going to get on something else in the live. I want to kind of wrap this up with, because there's a pervading theme. So what you're looking at over there, is me running Sonar on the background, and for the most part, this is all part of the hybrid kind of creative flow that MVs will kind of make you lean towards from the outset. So we're going to take a look at the market, because I also had some looks at the market today. So I got a little commentary on what the market looks like and why I think it's becoming. Man, it's getting kind of cutthroat out there. You got people hoarding 2 and 3 MVs. I don't know how they're getting it. There was a guy on in Atlanta on Marketplace today who had an MV 8800 and an MV 8000 that they claimed were both on reverb for $1,000. Here's why that's disturbing. Okay, so the most disturbing thing about it was that he had it for both for $1,825 or $1,000 a piece. Now that would have been all well if they had been worth it. One, the MV8800 was plain. I didn't see any kind of additional things to it, so $1,000 may have been on the high end if that one was cosmetically flawless. At $1,000, you're talking pretty good. But the 8000 was an original 8000, which means it did not have the VGA expansion already built into it. No 8 outs, no eight analog outs, and it probably was only 256 megabytes of RAM instead of the 512, which means it was not worth $800 to $1,000. That one was probably worth about $4 at best. The MV8000, because more than likely it wasn't 3.5 either. If it does not have the VGA output already on it, more than likely it doesn't have the 3.5.1, which means you're dealing with a different MV, and that means that guy doesn't know. For him to price both of them like that, that means he didn't know the value of the 8000. And I'll give him 3 or 4 for the early 8000 because you're not going to have a lot of RAM, which means it's going to get slow really fast. It doesn't have the VGA output, which means you're going to spend at least another $230, $250 installed to get that cracking, which pushes his price. If you're going to buy from 800 to 1,000 from him, that's going to push the price up for 1,000 for an MV8000. You know what I mean? Which is kind of pushing it, man. It's kind of abusing scarcity, and I don't think it's that scarce. I just think you got to be right timing. I've seen quite a few MV8000s going for 500 or less. I got my eye on one in that price range. Only I like the way it looked more. The cosmetics looks like it's very well taken care of. Some of the MVs are pretty beat up, even though some people say they're good. You got some in good condition, and you got some in bad condition. The best ones always turn out to be in the UK, and remember that. So let's check out this real quick. So I was mentioning earlier the implementation that Roland has made with the Zen Beats and other DAWs. So I'm gonna come out of here. I should just switch over DAWs and let you guys give me a second, and I'll just switch over the units. You know what? I think I will do that. Just a second. Let's give me a sec here. So when you use Sonar, the cool thing about me using two separate DAWs in all this is certain DAWs are for specifics. Like, I realized that these Console 1 plugins, for one, they don't really run in ZenBeats. And I have more options here to go with more professional style DAW here. There are way more things to do. And then this is also hooked in with BandLab. So I'm giving this really a word to see. I'm giving this thing a go to see if I'm going to keep the subscription, the yearly subscription. It's a DAW that I've been used to. It's actually the DAW that Roland used to own. I've been had it that long. I've been using it that long. Very competent, stable DAW, but it's not. It doesn't run on iOS, which is a whole nother thing that I'll talk about here in a second. But let's make this. Let's make this change. We ain't gotta say that. All we gotta do is close everything up, and we're gonna open up the ZenBeats again. So the music going in the background, let's just say I was using ZenBeats. I'm not using ZenBeats with this now, but let's just say I was. And we're going to pop out. Any of these tracks are now saved as stems within ZenBeats, right? Well, in addition to that stuff, I got let me show you which one I got. I got all platform unlock, Windows unlock, as well as Max unlock here, okay? And let me show you what this gives you options for. So here are the presets. Look at this, drum samplers. So coming from where I come from, having this kind of stuff available to you is just berserk, right? All these are presets that I can use inside this ZenBeats thing. You've already heard one, at least the back end of this one. So I took the so check this out, right? Tight little shit, right? This is one of the packs I own because I bought the other version. So you get all these different sound packs and loops and synthesizer melodics and stuff like this. So let's go. You might recognize this other part because I used it for the intro. This part right here. Right? It's just this. Right? Nice quick ideas, man. Nice quick ideas based off of some other stuff. And I got a bunch of this stuff, man. Like, here's what's on the drum sampler. Okay, this is 2 rows. I'm gonna move up another 2 rows. I mean, look at the sheer amount of stuff. Let's go into this. So this is drill trap. Let's see what this is about. Okay. So I don't need to relearn drill. I can just come over here and line up that pattern right there. So you guys tell me, because coming in here as Unk, who used to chopping his own stuff up, this is crazy, right? Now, as you guys saw, I already made at least one little segue in my intro by using just this drum bake and the Phantom. I just laid some Phantom on top of it and changed it around a little bit. Oh, okay. Trapezium drums. Let's see about this. What's this? That's this one right here, you guys. All drum kits. Woozy trap. Oh. Hey, what? Hey, hey, what? Get it. Get it. Get it, get it, get it, get it. So, being able to, this is what I meant by the integration. All this stuff, if you could control and maneuver seamlessly in this MV and then straight into here, going over here, that would be, it would be too much. I don't understand why they couldn't do that. All right. Ooh, some Latin percussion. Let's see what that shit is like, y'all. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Got some 12-bit funk. They got some mixtape stuff. Let's check out some more. So this is coming from this 8-bit kid. Some pretty grungy shit, right? So this is what I'm saying. So you get up in here after you've made a beat and you've already got stuff. So you can put stuff in Zen Beats via the audio over USB from the Verse Lab. Now, in that way, I'd have to go and do it in steps, right? I'd have to do it in steps, which means you're only going to get the MV mix out. So whatever's on the mix is what's going out. So you would just have to make several audio tracks, use those mixes to get those particular stems inside the inside the iOS device. But if you're hooked up to the computer when you do it, you can just stem the entire MV over eight or nine stems if you include the audio track or the vocal take lane. It'll be the 7 instrument tracks plus what's on the external mix in. Okay? All as stems without the effects on the back end, right? Just a clean stem take. Now this, I've already been doing this. That works pretty cool. But once you get them inside the MV, once you get these things inside Zenbeats, you get a song that you used and that you made on the Verse Lab right here and not in Zenbeats, but now the whole song's in Zenbeats, tempo locked and everything. Now you can go for these packs over here to kind of fill out things or add things, or you can simply pull out the sample verse, because these are just drums. You got these. Look at this. This is crazy. Let's say this ambient stuff is like. What's this like? Classic Juno. Okay. It's okay. Look at all this. I got the classic digital synths. So here's a classic Juno, Jupiter, classic digital. So this is just part of the core. This is what. So if you would have just paid for the $49 version of the best version of Zenbeats, you get all of this as your presets. Pretty dope. Y'all know I like some synths, right? Juno, right? Oh, so you can add this stuff, add these patches once you get inside. Let's try this, man. Know you gotta get some Jupiter in here. Right here. The selection of these sounds with this version of Zenbeats is insane. This is insane. This is why I say we live in the best time to ever be doing music. I got a sample. Like I don't own the Jupiter, I don't own the Juno, and I don't own like the D70 and D50 that these are over here emulating. But all these are presets for the ZR, the ZC1 synthesizer within this version of Zenbeats, right? So once you get the tracks that you import stem by stem from this verse lab, then you go ahead and you get your swerve on inside of Zenbeats. Now, the one reason I'm leaning more towards using Zenbeats is because I think I'm going to upgrade my I think I'm going to upgrade my iPad to one that has the newer processor. Like, not maybe the most newest one, but the one with the faster processors. What Roland did recently at NAM, what they announced, the Galaxia. Let's go to their website real quick. Uh, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. All right, so I'll show you guys what Roland has implemented recently, what they got going on. Roland, so let's go to products, Roland Cloud. This right here, Galaxia. This right here has now been made to be on iOS. That's what they announced at NAM. Is that this Galaxia style keyboard that they got is going to be at NAM. I mean, it's going to be a part of wait a minute. Come on, man. So Genealogy Pro, I already have that, but I don't have this right here. This right here, this whole platform now goes live as a plugin on on iOS devices. So now we can use this as a synth for your Verse Lab, if I'm not mistaken. With this going live on your iOS device as a standalone plugin, I'm pretty sure there's a way to tie it in with the Verse Lab and have access to all this stuff. It's part of the Rolling Cloud, but it's as its individual own plugin. And what's this is all of the Roland sound engines and effects rolled up into one big ass plugin, and it'll be able to be iOS operated, unlike the rest of that stuff. Now the Xenology Pro on here is operated, but this will add to that. This will make that a monster. This is gonna be like multiplication when it comes to that. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, man, this is what I looked forward to at the at NAM. That's what came out of NAM. I signed right up for that shit, right? So that's what that's kind of why I'm getting into the Zen Beats. It's because with the Zen Beats, man, you'll get a chance to use all this kind of stuff. All right, so now I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to switch to plug-in right now. Right now, the MV is plugged into the iPad for better usage right now. So, so now let's go back to Let's go back to sonar. I think we were doing just good, all right? So you don't hear something you usually don't hear. Let me see if I can find that track for you guys. When you guys usually don't get a chance to, I think it's library track two. I don't think it's this one, y'all. Oh, it might be. It might be. So this is an instrumental that I'm working on. Yeah, it is actually is it. This is one of those ones I just did mostly in the Phantom. I hadn't started working on the mix yet, so maybe it's time I start on it. All right. Once you get into the DAW, you can start dragging in stuff like this. One of my favorite new plugins that I just got not too long ago, but I had it before. It's a great reverb machine. So I'm gonna lay that on the bus until I'm gonna create these sends over here. Bus B. Okay. No. Sorry, I just got to playing with this. That's what I've been into, man, the mixing stuff, man.